Thank you so much, Dr. Edith, for joining us on the We Don't Play podcast show today. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you so much for having me.
Anytime, anytime. I'm so glad we got to connect, all the way from church, just starting from something small, just, listening and attending one. You know how they say one meeting can change your whole life, one conversation can change your whole life?
Mhm.
Yeah, so that was
That's so true.
that's how I feel, and I really am humbled to have you here with us today.
It's my pleasure to be here.
Yeah.
And maybe just a disclosure, this is my first podcast.
Woo!
So I'm also excited to be here, truly.
Hey, I'm excited. This is big. Yes, podcasting is a beautiful place to be at, and I feel like it opens up conversations for people to have this, thought leadership group thinking mentality that is forward
Mhm.
and also based on experiences because there's no barrier, there's no advertisement. It's strictly storytelling, and it's beautiful conversations
Yeah.
too.
Yes, yes, yes. I love it because it's down to earth, it's real. There's no faking it. I love it.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. I would love people to know who you are because I'm sure they've seen the topic. They're like, how do I invest in something that I've never invested in? How do I get my feet wet? How do I learn better? How do I educate myself so that I'm not spending more money than time on things I should have been spending more time than money? So I would love people to know more about you and what you do.
Okay, so I'm trained as a family physician. My name is Edith Okoi-Chukwunyere. I am a family physician from back home in Nigeria, where I come from. I've lived in the US for about 10 years now, and since I got here, I also graduated last year as a chiropractor, and I'm still in training to be able to take care of pregnant women and kids. However, during the pandemic, a lot of things happened, and I discovered that my real passion in life is to travel to places where there isn't enough resources for people to be taken care of, like we don't have enough doctors in Nigeria to even cater for the population. And there are so many places in the world where you don't have enough resources for people to be taken care of. In November, I was in Liberia, and that kind of sparked my interest in going back to medical missions.
Wow.
However, I also realized that there was a need for me to have passive income. And so that was what stirred my now becoming an entrepreneur in the digital space, being able to work my own schedule and earn on the go, as in every minute, every second, something is dropping into my account, and that has been very, very exciting. So I got into GS Partners, which is a digital blockchain company that is global and has been changing lives. So yes.
Wow, wow. Thank you so much. I feel like when someone hears passive income these days, they see it, but they can't hold it. You know when they say this saying that if you can see it in your head, you can hold it in your hand. And sometimes people can't see it in their head because they're so clogged and, mind boggled with so many life difficulties and hardships. And they're like, passive income, how?
Mhm.
How do I trade time and money, or how does it even start? What would you tell that person that is still in that confusion?
Okay, so the thing with passive income, the way many people see it, is that this is an income that you generate apart from your regular 9 to 5 or business, something that you're doing that is on a fixed income. So passive income is something that you earn on the side. But for me, this passive income has become active income, if I can put it that way, because since I joined GS Partners January 2023, I have not worked for anyone 9 to 5. And so I won't call it passive income again. It's an alternative way of earning income whereby you work your own schedule and give attention to those things that really matter to you. For example, there are young mothers who do not want to go back to a regular work and they want to be able to work remotely. This is an opportunity to do that. There are people who are retired and they are not tired. Let me put it that way. They have retired formally from their job, but they also still want to earn an income. There are some people that just want to travel. They've never traveled. They've been longing and hoping and praying that one day they'll be able to travel. This is something you can go into. There are people that have invested money in the past in so many other areas, and that money did not produce the result that was expected. That was my own experience. I put my money, my severance, I'll call it severance package that I had. It wasn't much. I put it in an institution that was supposed to make more money for me. And before I knew it, the money was going down. And I told myself, this is not a way to live. So that was what stirred up my interest. So how does GS Partner, how do they fulfill that? So what GS Partners does is to offer a digital asset called a certificate. Now, when you purchase that certificate, it allows you to be able to earn income on a weekly basis. I mean, every 7 days, because it operates on the blockchain. So I know all these things sound strange to many people. What's blockchain? What's that? And we earn in crypto. So how do you convert crypto to your local currency? That's the beauty of crypto. However you earn your crypto, wherever you earn your crypto from, you can convert it to your local currency. There are exchanges, places that are recognized that can change that money into dollars, change that money into pounds, change that money into naira, wherever you are. And surprisingly, Nigeria is one of the highest users of cryptocurrencies in the whole world. And so I'm so proud of that. And so it's not difficult. It's just to understand it. And that's why in GS Partner, our theme is learn, earn, and have fun.
Thank you so much. You're so right on that. When you mentioned Nigeria, I was shocked when you mentioned it. And I was like, it's before the US, it's before any European country, it's before, the developed, that it's before these places where you hear it for the first time and it's coming from there. So it's like it flipped the script. But now somebody would now think, and this is me thinking out loud for someone who may be thinking as well like this, how we've had this thing with Nigeria, how, we have amazing, accolades, amazing people who have done amazing things. And at the same time, when it comes to money, Nigerians are the number one to be called out for things that are not, ethical or not, I would say legal, or things that are just not in order, which shouldn't be in the first place. But sometimes it ends up being in that position. So when they now hear Nigeria as the first, some people will think, because not the same thing. So they will start thinking like that, and instead of thinking like positively, they're already thinking about that negative light because they've already been like shadowed. So how does someone get out of that and come into the light so that they can feel more comfortable in actually being in that position?
Okay, first of all, I want to say it's a mindset shift. If you look at every area, every profession in the world, you have Nigerians who are doing brilliant things.
Yeah.
But however, bad news spreads very fast. I mean, I read the other day, the owner of Gatwick Airport in the UK is a Nigerian.
Wow.
One of the richest men in the world. So many hardworking Nigerians, because we are hardworking and we also have a large population. Of course, among many apples, when you have one bad apple, it tends to rub off on the other.
Yeah.
But I want to tell you that in the crypto world, the business of crypto is so transparent that you cannot cheat because it's not dependent on any one individual. So this technology uses blockchain. And what that means is that if I make a transfer to you as my peer, they call it peer-to-peer. If I make a transfer to you, it's going to be transported through the blockchain in a timely fashion. It will be time-stamped. The amount you have sent will be time-stamped. The wallet address you sent it to will be reviewed. However, because it is anonymous, my name is not showing, your name is not showing, it may look like, okay, I don't know what is really happening. But cryptocurrencies have been used and is still being used, and it's becoming a way of exchanging money for goods and services. What does that mean? AT&T, for example, here in the US, accepts cryptocurrencies as a way to pay your bills. So very soon we're going to be buying air tickets, we're going to be shopping more online, we're going to be doing things with cryptocurrencies. So if you have the cryptocurrencies, that enables you an alternative way, empowers you to be able to meet your basic needs in terms of, buying grocery, buying whatever you need to buy, and using cryptocurrencies. We haven't reached there yet, but we are getting there. So I just want to deflate any fears that people have. This business is a global business. It's not a Nigerian business. It's not an American business. It's not a Canadian business. It's not a European business. It is a global business. How did I come into it? My friend introduced me to it. She's somebody I've known for over 3 decades. And when somebody like that introduces you to a business, I know that, yes, there might be problems here and there, but the truth of the matter is that this business is based on trust, on who you know that introduced you to it. And then that does not stop you from you also doing your due diligence to be sure that this is real. I can open my account to anybody and say, this is what I'm earning. This is how money comes into my account without fear, because I know that the company has been very transparent in their transactions. This GS Partners offers people an additional opportunity to earn extra income based on how much they want to put into it. For example, and you buy the certificate, that enables you to be able to get access to the platform. And now for that certificate to be active, you have to load in some extra money. It's like you buy a car and park it in the garage. As beautiful as that Mercedes-Benz is or whatever brand you buy, that car cannot move you from point A to B until you put some gas into it. So that's the way I want you to look at it. You buy the certificate, that's your beautiful car. When you load it, that's your gas. So for example, $100 certificate will require you to put in $150 or USDT, because we have to convert the dollars to crypto. And USDT is one of the most stable currencies. One USDT is equivalent to $1. So now you have spent $250, correct? Every week, based on your purchase, the price of your certificate, you earn 5% every week. So in a month, you earn $20 on that, okay? And in a year, guess how much you have earned? For $10 franc, there's more to come. So every month, based on your load, which is $150, the company says we'll pay you 1.5% every month. So every week you're earning 5%, every month you're earning 1.5% on your load. Now, cash flow, $15 coming in, $1.5 coming in for $100 certificate, $1.5 coming in every month. It adds up. And at the end of 2 years, because that's the lifespan of the shortest lifespan of any of our certificates, at the end of 2 years, the company said, we'll refund you your $150. Thank you very much for doing business with us. And then they give you a bonus of about $500 in addition to the $150 that you're going to be paid back. So you've gotten at least $650 from there. Then they're if you add the $260 you've earned, so you see that you've earned close to $900 just by making an investment of $100. So multiply that by 10, do 1,000. It's the same. You load in 1.5, you earn $50 every week for 52 weeks. You earn $15 every month for 2 years, and then they give you back your 1.5 and give you back a bonus. And that's how it goes up to $100,000. And you know what? Some people have money in their account sitting in one, financial institution for over a year, they have not earned up to 1% of that money. And that is why the blockchain industry, financial technology industry, using the artificial intelligence and the blockchain is beginning to gain momentum. Because everybody is tired of leaving money in an institution that is not going to repay you. And they are making the millions.
Wow, this is empowering. This is so empowering. I really appreciate you for bringing this in, because a lot of people are wondering, okay, you're welcome. It's like, oh, how long should I invest? Because people always ask all those questions. But when you started putting the timely factors in, the certificate, the time, it's like when you load up your e-pass, or let's say you use Clear for traveling, you'll have to pay it every year, but in between you're using those benefits. So in this, building relationships and also building assets and investment portfolio, it feels like an investment portfolio from what you've said, because now it's like, okay, if I make $30,000 this year and I want to use 10% of that, or I want to use 30% of that into my investment, then I can also, keep that going and, use the other money for other things. But most people leave their monies in their banks and not thinking about it going up, because every day your money's in the bank, you're losing money at the same time, but people don't see it like that. There's something you said that I wanted to emphasize on, which is the time aspect, the time sensitivity, because somebody that wants to plan and say, okay, all I have right now is $100, I have $1,000, I want to put this money somewhere that I know will yield fruit, and I'm taking faith. Because risk, you have to risk it, but people want to know, okay, is my risk a high risk? Is it a low risk? Is it a toxic risk? Is it a safe risk? So what would you tell that person that is thinking about, okay, I'm going to listen to what she said, I'm going to invest, I'm going to take action, and I'm going to see what happens, as opposed to me doing the same thing every day?
Okay, thank you for bringing that up, because life is all about taking risks. If anybody had told me in January that I will be talking about digital business and assets, I will say, well, maybe you are a false prophet. But life is all about taking risks. Every day you leave your house, you enter your car. It's only by the grace of God that you go out and you come back. Nobody knows what the day holds except God Almighty.
Yes.
So it's saying that it doesn't mean that we should not do our own part. I put my gas in my car. I make sure I service my car so that my car can take me from point A to B. But can that car break down? Can I have a flat tire? Can things happen? Yes. So for anyone who is actually serious about doing this, number one, you have to register under someone who will be your sponsor, who will introduce you to the business, and who will help to guide you through it. We have Zoom calls every day, especially this August, because there's a big promo about people who are interested in going with us for our global events in South Africa, in Cape Town to be specific, in November 18 and 19. So if you want to do this, the person who is introducing it to you needs to register you. And once they register you, they will help you to get the crypto that you need without stress, because we help each other in our community to ensure that we get crypto in a timely fashion. You can also use other things like Cash App to buy BTC. You can use Coinbase to buy crypto. You can use Binance to buy crypto. You can use crypto.com. There are many ways to get crypto, but within our community, we try to assist our new partners to say, how much do you need? And we help to source for it without you paying undue interest on it. So once you get registered and you buy the certificate, you load the certificate that same day, a clock sets off automatically on your account saying that in 7 days at this time, you should expect your 5%. You should expect your 9%. You should expect your 22%, whatever it is that you bought. And right now there's a promo that says buy 3 certificates and get 1 free. Say, for example, all I have is 1,200. I don't have more than that. I can buy a certificate for 1,000. I buy another one for 100, buy another one for 100, okay? And then because I have no money to load it yet, I will get a $1,000 certificate free from the company. They give you the highest value. And once you get all those 4 certificates, over time, you can now load them when you have money. You have a whole year to load those certificates. And when you load those certificates, that's when your clock starts to kick off. And then money will start coming in. So they have been very liberal to make sure no one is excluded. I don't have much money, but whatever you have, you can maximize it and get a free certificate and load it within a year, so that you can plan ahead and more, and then maybe let go of some things. For example, for me, I let go of so many things. I love eating out. I had to cut that down so that I can have enough money to do other things. Or I plan how I'm going to, do whatever it is I want to do, my shopping and all of that.
Yeah.
And to be very honest with you, this company has helped me to pay my bills, pay my mortgage on a monthly basis since I started with them in January. And that's why I feel everyone deserves to hear about it and take advantage of it.
Wow. Now you got me thinking, because I'm ready to sign up. For me, I don't know about my audience. I don't know about you guys. Me, I'm on board. So follow me. So, because I feel like a lot of people are spending a lot of time to make money, and that's usually the one reason why people want a job, is to earn money, is to earn income, is to earn a living, is to earn something in exchange. But if that money comes in without you having to spend a lot of time, but now you're spending your time wisely, you're doing more with your time, which can bring in more money. But people don't know that concept. So for me, for example, and I wanted to ask you this question before last week, and this was about a platform that a friend of mine told me about called Stash, and where you have personal portfolio, smart portfolio, retirement portfolio. You also have the Bitcoin in there. And then I was wondering, okay, I know you mentioned Coinbase. I have Coinbase. I also I've heard about Binance, and I also have Cash App. And with the thing about Cash App, if you use Cash App above a certain threshold, like 600, you have to think about the tax. So I want to make sure that I'm not just blindly going in. So if I have all these assets, Coinbase, Stash, if it's even integrated to GS Partners or even Cash App, how will someone like me operate in a safe and also very informative way, if that makes sense?
Okay, so with everything in life, I always use the example of my medical career. Okay, when you are a doctor and you graduate, you don't jump into the surgery OR and start doing surgeries. Why? Because you need more training, right?
Yeah.
You need to get more exposure and learn from those who have gone ahead of you. It's the same thing with this business. Once you've heard about it, you are interested. It's like I hear about going to medical school. It's very good. I can help take care of a lot of people. But it remains a dream until you take action. You go to medical school and you grind it out. You graduate and then you become a doctor. And then you still have to learn under your seniors so that you can get better at what you need to do. So also it is. Every business has mentorship attached to it. There's a lot to learn. I have had to learn a lot. I can tell you a lot. I used to be so scared of crypto. When I hear crypto, I'm on my heels. However, like they say, fear is false evidence appearing real.
Yeah.
So also it is. So for someone to learn, how does this affect my taxes? How does this affect this? How does it affect that? There's so much still to learn on that. However, this does not say you cannot pay taxes. You have to pay taxes in that you. However, when you earn this money, because it's not just from your effort, I believe there's a tax bracket which CPAs can help us to analyze and say, okay, how did this income come in? And then they know where to put it. So that's what I would say about taxes. Get the expert, because I am not a financial expert. I am just like you and I. We are all people looking for a different way to make our life easier and to live our dreams and to make our dreams come true. So this business is something that I admire, such that money is coming in even when you are sleeping. You are earning even when you are sleeping. As I'm talking to you now, if I open my account, you will see 2 minutes ago something came in, 5 minutes ago something came in. 30 minutes ago, something came in. That's how this business is. An hour ago, 2 hours ago.
Wow.
So it's always on the go, whether you're actively looking at it or not. So that's the beauty of it. The labor part of it is that you understand and learn, have an open mind, be coachable. Once you have that, then it becomes a lot easier. So like I was also saying, there's a live event coming up this Saturday here in Atlanta, Friday and Saturday, actually tomorrow and Saturday. The Friday event is free. It's at the International Convention Center near the airport. I will send you a flyer, so maybe if you have a way to share it with your contacts. It's absolutely free on Friday, and then on Saturday, there's going to be training for those who are interested in knowing more. The training is unfortunately not free. It's $150 at the door, except if you had bought tickets, over 2 weeks ago. No, last week. I think they stopped selling online last week, but at the door it's $150. Guess what? If you come for that meeting, that $150 will become chicken change compared to the benefits and the measure of information that is priceless that you're going to get. So I want to encourage anyone who is really, really serious about this, looking into this, hearing more about this, come to this event here in Atlanta if you live in Atlanta. But if you live outside Atlanta, we have Zooms every day that we can share all over the world, both in the mornings, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. I'll send you the schedule, and people can take advantage of that to learn more, hear more before you take a decision.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate this. And I know that a lot of people will have to start somewhere, grow, and then once they start to apply it and they do it for themselves, they can do it for other people too. Because I know a lot of people feel like this whole thing feels like a multi-level marketing scheme. That's why people are so shied away, or it's commission-based. There's no guarantee, there's no security. But from what you've said, it has nothing to do with any of those. It's strictly focused on the certificate, on how you build your portfolio and the relationships you have with people.
Okay, so there are two aspects to it. There's the aspect of people who just want to buy the certificates and grow their own income and talk to nobody about it.
Yes.
There are people like that. I have an uncle who retired from Shell Petroleum. And after he retired, he experimented into forex trading and lost a lot of money. So he told me, he said he has experimented with different businesses that were people dependent. And when your business depends on people, even people are not reliable. So he invested $10,000 and told me, I don't want to talk to nobody. I just want to invest my $10,000 and watch my $10,000 grow. When he made that investment, the company was paying 3.5 times whatever you invest. So he said, at the end of 18 months, I want to collect my $30,000, no questions asked. And I said, fine. And I helped him to manage that account. As I'm talking to you, by the time his investment was 6 months, he had recovered his initial investment of $10,000, even though he did not withdraw it because he wanted to compound it. He's an accountant, so he knows about numbers.
Oh, wow.
So what am I trying to say? That is an aspect that is open for people like that. But for somebody like me, I want to multi-level market it, if you like, affiliate marketing or referral marketing. Why do I say that? Every day we refer people to people that we know. Mm-hmm. If you want a haircut, you refer to your haircut barber and say, okay, here you go. Here's my friend, please treat him nicely. You want to make a dress, you refer to somebody. So referral is part of our everyday life.
Yeah.
If I see something good that I know will benefit my brother, my sister, why would I keep it to myself? And so if my brother or my sister thinks that I'm doing this because of the 15% commission that I'm going to get, they've missed the whole point. I want them to build a legacy for themselves, because this company allows you to transfer your assets to your generations. It's legacy. If I die now, God forbid, my children will take over my account and continue from there. That's how this business is, and continue to. There's a part of the business I didn't have time to talk about that allows you to earn income for life. Wow. It's called. We have what we call digital passports to different countries. The more countries where you acquire citizenship allows you to earn income, whatever business is going on in that country, in cryptocurrencies, in tiny amounts. And little drops make an ocean.
Yes.
So there is so much in this business that when people came to get to understand it, they will realize that I'm not introducing this business to people because of the commission I'm going to get. Then that's not the whole point. It's not the commission. It's about you being empowered to decide how much you want to earn. When I started this business, I told myself, Edith, how much do you want to earn in a month? I put a figure. Now, what will it take for me to earn that? That was what galvanized me to start talking to people, because this business is about asking people if they are interested, giving them a chance to take a look at it. It's not coercing, it's not forcing, it's not telling anybody you must do it. No, it's for you to say, okay. For example, in Nigeria some years ago, when mobile phones came to Nigeria, MTN came to Nigeria and it offered mobile phones to people. People laughed at them. Some people didn't take it seriously. Do you know what? Those who invested in that early phase, today they are all smiling to the bank. To the point that MTN, that was an original South African-based company, relocated to Nigeria because of follow. Because now everybody has a cell phone. So in the last 10 years, look at the progress we have made with phones. Here we are on Zoom. Before, we will have to go to a coin place, drop the coin, and then dial the thing, ring, before it will answer you.
Yes.
So technology has advanced. And this is another advancement in financial technology. I want people to understand that and take advantage of it in this early phase. If you keep saying you watch the clouds, the Bible says you will not sow. If you keep looking at the cloud, you will not sow. This is the time to sow and invest into your future, into your family, and benefit from that. So that's what I would like to say to that question that you asked. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I just want to cover one quick thing, because I know we were not able to catch it earlier on how your friend that you've known for 30 years was able to, connect you to this. How was that experience like, and were you skeptical? Because I'm sure like the first time you hear something, you're like, I'll think about it. Thank you, but no thanks.
Actually, I found out that for a long time I have been interested in affiliate marketing simply because it gives you freedom of time. So I've nurtured that dream of one day being able to be free to work my own schedule and earn income that I feel I want or I deserve or I want to get to, and to be able to help a lot of people in that process. Why do I say that? Since I started this business, I've been able to help my family, my friends, and even some widows that I know are struggling to make ends meet. So before I joined GS Partners, I had tried a couple of other multi-level marketing. Some of them did not work out fine. One or two of them, I got a little thing out of it, but they made it hard because you have to have somebody on your left, somebody on your right, and all of that, which made this one more appealing to me because I don't need to have anybody on my left or my right. What I earn is based on how much I put in, and if I want to earn more, the opportunities are there for me to either take it or leave it. It's not compulsory.
Okay.
So that's one thing. And honestly speaking, my friend spoke to me for 6 good months before. Because I was busy, I was a student, I was in school, I was doing a lot of things, and I couldn't just give it attention. But eventually, when she now joined my own team, another business I was doing, she said, okay, I'll join your team so that you will see the difference. And she was telling me, I'm earning this this month, and this other group I invited her to, we were not earning as much on a regular basis. This is every 7 days, without break. Every 7 days, your money is there on your dashboard to go and withdraw and use or to compound. So I now picked interest and I said, okay. So when the money I invested in another institution failed, and instead of my money increasing, it was decreasing, I took whatever was left from there, added more money, and started this one. And then I started talking to some of my friends with it. And we have grown. I can tell you, in the last 6 months, we are over 200 in my team. Just my team alone.
Wow. Congratulations.
It's been awesome. Thank you.
Wow. I feel like this is empowering, and we started this new season on the podcast show with financial wellness and financial literacy, because that's where the foundation begins. Yes, first of all, believe in God, have faith, sow your seed. But sometimes people feel like the seed will come from manna, from heaven. It will just land because you don't want to put the work in or the time in, or you feel like the money is not there. But if you put money to the side and say, okay, this $1,000 I have, I will put it towards this, and you see what happens. Even if I get $100 back, it's more than what I put in. So it starts to give you that faith to now say, okay, I'll add more, and before you know it, you have 10 certificates in 1 year, just because you now believe in the whole story of the economy. So I definitely empower you to listen again to this episode, and I definitely would love to bring you back again, Dr. Edith. Thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you so much for having me. I pray and I hope that somebody listening will pick up courage, because even if you don't have money, you can start by just registering with $33 as a member. And by the time you talk to 1 or 2 people, 3 people, you will get some free certificates. And before you know it, you'll be filling them up. So there are so many wonderful opportunities to come into GS Partners. And my prayer is that God will use this to improve someone's finances, to give somebody an idea that you can do something with the little you have. Just like that widow, she gave the little she had, and God multiplied it. That we are not just doing this as people, we're doing it as children of God. We believe God. I pray over this business. I won't deceive you. I pray. I say, God, what next do I do? Lord, I've talked to this person. They don't want to answer me. They don't see the opportunity. Can you just open their eyes? So as you pray and as you believe God and as you take the right steps, God will reward your efforts. Because I believe strongly in my heart, we are not meant to just continue to walk until we are no longer useful to ourselves and to the community that God has placed us in before we retire.
Yes.
If you've not read the book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, I recommend you read that book. And the latest book I'm reading now is 10X is Easier Than 2X. That's a phenomenal book I would recommend to anyone who is aspiring to be better version of themselves.
Thank you so much. This is so empowering. God bless you so much, and I appreciate you for being with us. Till we meet again, definitely we'll stay in touch.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you. God bless you.
Amen.